Before I show you guys the build, let me showcase it a little bit. Okay. Okay, got some people suspended. Well, hit with the thing. We're gonna eat our grenade up. Kill him. We're gonna run over here with Devil's Ruin. Ignite him. Ignite him. Throw 3. It's a lot going on. Okay, it's a lot going on. Yeah. So let me go into this step by step. Okay. What up, guys? Alchemist here. I got something nice for you. So today I'm rocking a Mataiodoxia build, pure strand. We did a build battle. Well, not build battle, but build and grill yesterday. Adacross kicked in. We did a build and grill series yesterday with Mataiodoxia on prismatic. So if you want to use this on prismatic, go check that video out instead. But today I want to do pure strand with this. Even though I believe Mataiodoxia is power crept right now compared to the threat supremacy right now with swarmers and stag on pure strand, but I want to still make a fun build with this. Can you take this to -40? Yes. That means mythic now, in case you didn't know. Mythic is -40, not -50 anymore. So I just made builds for -40 since there should be no reason doing -50 in this game, even though y'all seen I was doing -50 this whole time. Anywho, if you don't know what Mataiodoxia do, Mataiodoxia says targets damaged by arcane needle and miss a suspending detonation when defeated. Landing multiple arcane needles on the same target immediately triggers a larger, more powerful detonation. So if I bring these knights back and I throw this needle at this knight right here, they're still fighting. Hold on, wait a minute, turn off, reset. As I was saying before they rudely interrupted me, if I throw this needle at this knight right here and then I kill him, he does a suspend explosion. So any enemy that's near him will get suspended in the sky. But if I hit him with 3 needles instead of trying to kill him, which is what you want to do with the gameplay loop of this, if I hit him with 3 needles, you see how big the suspend explosion is? It hit all 3 of them. And then Devil's Ruin, if you kill anybody that's suspended, they ignite. Just want to show that. Well, eat my grenade. I don't push this knight towards this one. If I kill this knight and he gets suspended, if I kill this knight in the air of Devil's Ruin, he calls it ignition. So that's the gameplay loop, but basically killing these enemies, and then while they're suspended in the air, Devil's Ruin killed them, calls it ignition. Okay. Also, it said defeating suspended targets grant melee energy. That is just separate. It doesn't have to be by Mataiodoxia, just any suspended enemy. If you kill a red name, you get like 15%. Orange name, you get 22%. A yellow name, you get like 50%. And then like you kill a champion / mini boss, you get 100%. Okay, so you get a good chunk of energy from killing suspended melee energy from killing suspended targets with this exotic on. Again, we're stacking that with Devil's Ruin. Because Devil's Ruin, even though we thought it was going to be a bug and Bungie going to fix it, Bungie has said nothing about it. So we think it's a hidden buff, a hidden perk on Devil's Ruin, where basically any enemy that's suspended, if you kill them or shoot them with Devil's Ruin, it ignites them. Which isn't supposed to be the case. Devil's Ruin only supposed to do ignition from doing the laser beam of his perk. But yeah, that's the combo we're rocking this build. Then I was like, since threatlings are broken right now, let's fuse that with the threatling build. So we got Hatchling on our mint retrograde. Enhanced Hatchling have a chance of making 2 threatlings now, which is amazing. And then your heavy can be whatever you want in this build. In the artifact, we're rocking tightly woven. So when we got woven melee in this build, we get plus 20 class ability and grenade stats. We got on threatling proliferation, where dealing strand weapon damage has a chance to make a threatling spawn. And then if you kill an enemy that has a strand debuff on them, there's a high chance that it will make a threatling. So we stack this with Hatchling and stack this with Rebirth, the Fragment Rebirth inside the subclass. And every time you kill somebody with Mint Retrograde, it's a high chance you'll make like 3 threatlings. Sometimes get lucky and make 4 threatlings. So insane. We got Pack Tactics on, which buff up threatling damage by 30% when you got max stacks, which is just 2 threatling damage. And the scaling is indefinitely, so as long as you have pack tactics active and you keep triggering it with threatlings, the threatlings gonna continue to do more and more and more and more damage. It's infinite. We got on Fever and Chill, so whenever we kill somebody with Devil's Ruin, we can get Radiant from killing 3 people. We got on Cauterize Darkness. This is perfect for this gameplay loop because we are always gonna have a dark debuff on the enemies, whether it's unraveling or suspend. This make our solar damage do more damage. So this is gonna make Devil's Ruin do more damage, and this is gonna make the Ignitions do more damage. So 30% more damage. So if I shoot if a group of enemies gets suspended and I kill one of them with Devil's Ruin to call off the Ignition, that Ignition gonna hit all of them and they all gonna take 30% more damage from that Ignition, basically killing them automatically. We got on Energy Acceleration, so Mint Retrograde get a kinetic explosion, a part of his DPS, which does extra damage, but also too, since it's kinetic, we got on a tech set, armor set. So whenever we shoot anybody with Mint Retrograde, they have like a elemental shield on them, that kinetic shockwave is getting buffed up by the tech set armor set, so it's going to do 200% more damage, knocking that shield off of that enemy immediately, and sometimes can kill them if Mint Retrograde knocks off their shield already. And yeah, it's just dumb damage. And if they die to the kinetic explosion shockwave, the 4 pieces of tech set would do the big kinetic explosion, blinding the enemies, right? Then we got on Shield Crush. If we have one mail on, we get 50% uptime on our melee recharge and all type of stuff and damage. And then we got Radiant on, same thing for our grenade, right? And then we got Tangle Web on. Whenever we make a tangle, the enemies in the area get suspended. Okay. Subclass, we're rocking Healing Rift in this build because we need some type of survivability in this build. Burst Glide, Arcane Needle, and we got Shackle Grenade on because we will be rocking Mind Spun Invocation in this build. Again, like I said, we need some survivability in this build because I'm not rocking Weave Walk for that long woven mail timer, because I just feel like it's kind of redundant for me to be trying to get my 3 melee charges for Mataiodoxia, but then also wasting my melee charges for Weave Walk to get woven mail. So we're gonna be relying mostly on our Healing Rift and picking up Orbs of Power to get woven mail. So Mind Spun, when you eat the grenade for 20 seconds, any enemy you kill gets suspended. So I can eat my grenade right now. In the bottom left corner, you see it say Weaver's Trance. I mean, stay on for 25 seconds. For 25 seconds, any kills I get will do a suspend explosion, and that counts for the threatlings as well. And any kill I get, it will do the suspend explosion. So when I eat that grenade, any ignition kills, threatling kills, my weapon kills, it doesn't matter. Any enemy that dies from that will do a suspend explosion, which goes in tangent perfectly with Mataiodoxia, because any enemy we kill that's suspended give us melee energy for us to throw the 3 needles at somebody to do a big suspend explosion. Then we have on Weaver's Call, because Weaver's Call is just busted right now, where threatlings are doing insane damage. So whenever we pop our rift, we just make hella threatlings to do damage out there, and whenever we're dealing damage to enemies, our purse threatlings will come out and do damage to them. And while we're doing damage, sometimes we get a purse threatling just come out of nowhere while we don't have any. So right now I have no threatlings on me, purse threatlings, but if I deal damage to this knight, you see a threatling just came out of nowhere and hit them. So you get that, you know, that passive damage of threatlings just popped up out of nowhere and do damage, and they do a good chunk of damage. Fragments, we got Thread of Generation on, so whenever I'm dealing damage, I get grenade energy. Thread of Warding on, so whenever I pick up Orb Power, I get Ward Milk 5 seconds. Bungie really need to buff it back up to 10 seconds. They really do. Thread of Rebirth, so whenever I can do a thread, a strand kill with a strand weapon, aka Mint Retrograde, we got a chance to make a threatling. And then we got Threat Evolution on, which increases our threatling damage by 33% and make them travel further and faster as well. So that's just amazing. So we got all these threatlings in the build. So right now we got Ignitions in this build, Unraveling Rounds, Threatlings, and I even got Sever in this build because I got Slice on my Mint Retrograde. Whenever I put on my Rift, I shoot people and they get Severed, so they do less damage to me for survivability, right? Stats you want to go on this build, you want to go for 100 grenade stat, 100 melee stat, and 100 class stat. That's all you want in this build. And then you go for 100 super, since you got threatlings in your super. Throw your super out there, and then yeah, just dumb damage. So I would say 100 melee, 100 grenade, 100 super, 100 class ability. That simple. Mods, we're rocking Solar and Strand dual siphon because we're rocking the Solar and Strand weapon, and we got 2 special ammo finders on. So when I kill him with Devil's Ruin, I get bonus generation to my special ammo bar. We got impact induction, so when I call them from my power melee, I get some grenade energy back, and focusing strike, so I get some class ability back from using causing damage with my power melee. And we got heavy handed on, so if I kill somebody with my arcane needle, I get an orb out there. You want your 1 resist mod, then we got 2 solar ammo generation mod, so I get plus 40 ammo generation stat for Devil's Ruin, which making it 100 whenever I kill enemies with it, so I have more uptime on special ammo bricks for Mint Retrograde, so I can spam Mint Retrograde all day I want. We got better already on our lead piece, Strand Scavenger, so when I pick up a special brick, I get a lot of special ammo for Mint Retrograde. And I got Solar Weapon Surge on to make Devil's Ruin do 11% more damage. Class item, we got Reaper on, so I make a orb whenever I kill somebody after I use my class ability. Bomber on, so I get some grenade energy whenever I pop my rift. And then I got a class font on to get plus 20 class stat. I know you like, but Alchemist, you got Tightly Woven, that gives you plus 20. I don't always have a woven mail on me in this build because I only stay on 5 seconds, so I want to make sure I always have plus 20 as a class stat. But, and then of course, like I said, the armor set, tech set, 4-piece if you can. But that's the build. It's really fun, very strong. Survivability, you know, slacks a little bit because we're not rocking Weave Walk for that woven mail time. So that would be the only low point with this build. If I said you need to do it, if you wanted to make survivability more better with this build, I would say go 200 class stat and then go 100 grenade, 100 melee, just to ensure you have survivability whenever you pop your rift. You're gonna be in your rift a lot and spamming it, so that'll give you survivability without overshield from popping your rifts non-stop. Other than that, amazing build. You can take it to -40, but again, I'd rather just go stag for more survivability, or go the Mataiodoxia route build I did yesterday that can give you amplified devouring stuff in the build for survivability. But yeah, this is much you can do with this exotic right now. I think this exotic would do a lot better if Bungie buffed it instead. You get woven mail for suspending people, like the Titans exotic. Then this exotic would be amazing. But I don't think you really need Mataiodoxia for suspending that much when you have Mind Spun aspect on Warlocks. You don't really need it. If the explosion was as big as the 3 needles you do, then I could sell it to you more. But most of the time, you're not getting that 3 needles off. It's possible with the initials in this build and stuff to build up the melee stats. But yeah, cause like I'll show you example right now. If I do get the kills, if I do the 3 needles, right? If I do 3 needles and kill them while they suspended, right? Because they orange names, I get all my stacks back. But if you're going to use like weak red names, then you're not going to get all your stacks back for Mataiodoxia. There's a high chance you throw your needle and they just die. And if they don't die, they get marked, and now you're just missing out on a charge. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, it's you know, it's You could opt in on, like, when you pick up orbs, you could opt in on invigoration and orbs restoration. You also could argue putting on refresh threads to make it that you have more uptime in your abilities. But other than that, you know, why do all that if you could just threatenings kill everybody? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this build. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys always. Until next time, stay up.